And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review, and today we are reviewing Legacy of the Wizard. Yes, another one of the NES games that I got off of Hitmaster a while ago now. Thank you to Hitmaster, by the way, for letting me play this game, giving me the chance to play it. Thank you very much. But yeah, got a lot of thoughts on this game, so let's jump right into it, shall we? Now, this is a pretty interesting game, I gotta say. I do like the idea of this game, though. Having all the different family members come together, and you gotta play the game with different family members, and, they work well together because, they have the different abilities, and they all feel like necessary additions to the game. I also like that they included the pet. I think that's a really good thing, too. It just feels like a good cohesion together. It doesn't feel like they're dragging it out. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel unnecessary. And it's really, really cool to work with them in that regard. It's a little confusing at the beginning for sure, but it definitely is still fun at the end of the day. So, also, I really should have gotten the manual. I did have to, there were a lot of things I was very confused about after giving this game a try. And so there's a few things that I definitely had to look up afterwards. And one of them was that, somebody said, yeah, it's probably good to have the manual with you. Well, I don't have the manual for this game. And that probably would have helped me get through it and enjoy it more. But, what are you going to do? It was the 80s, so... Also, we got Biv. Biv is in this game. That makes it Pringleson and Company lore. This is another thing I had to look up. I didn't even know it was called the Biv. But then somebody's like, oh yeah, they got snakes and scorpions and Bivs. I'm like, Biv? What? So it's quite insane. Speaking of the enemies as well, and there's a few complaints about this game, there's a fuck ton of enemies. And that's a common theme that I'm finding with some of these older, not like the really good NES games that we talk about, like the Marios or the Zeldas, kind of those are more mid-tier ones. The common theme is a fuck ton of enemies, and this game is exactly fits that a lot. There's also a lot of stuff in this game that's really, really, really difficult to find, and it can get crazy. There's a lot of searching that you have to do. There's a lot of digging, and it can get a little tedious for sure. And it's definitely more of a test of your patience and endurance in this game. Not necessarily to the degree that we'd see in a game made today for like the Switch, but for back then, it was definitely one of the more extreme ones. And also just a lot of very jank transitions. This is another part that's very much a product of its time. And you could definitely see that with this game. Like the one flip and like you go to another screen or to the left or the right, up, top, down, whatever. And it flips like a dime and it just really weirds you out. You think you're in the wrong area, so you go back and then you're like flipping between areas. It's definitely something that they could have worked on, but you get used to it. It's just, it can catch you off guard at the start for sure. So, and that's really all I gotta say about this game. It's not like an extremely extensive game, but one that I definitely didn't really have a lot of expectations for going in. But I thought it was pretty good. I thought, all things considered, it's far from a perfect game. But I was happy with being able to play it. And you could tell that they put a lot of effort into the game. But it wasn't necessarily... It didn't come out perfect. But the effort of trying always boosts the morale for some of these games for me. So... But that's it. That's all I gotta say for Legacy of the Wizard. My final score, probably have to give it a good 6 out of 10. Like I said, it's far from perfect, but It's a fun little experience if some of you out there are willing to give it a shot. So, well, that's really all I gotta say. If you've ever played Legacy of the Wizard, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's also going to do it for this video, so stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more game reviews and other awesome stuff. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.